A warm welcome to the on-demand IGEL Community Meetup regarding new licensing. You might have heard some rumors in the last, let's say, 7 days regarding a new licensing model that IGEL released to the distributors and channel. Now, in the IGEL community, we have the role to inform everyone. So we are trying to cover, let's say, the different verticals that we are looking at, and we would like to share as much as possible information regarding that topic. Even if I'm sure our resellers and partners are doing an extremely great job, we just want to add a little bit of value there. So for today, we have two colleagues of mine who will join and will explain their view on the new licensing model. So basically our new subscription model, and explain where the advantages, the pitfalls, and if there are some disadvantages, which ones are there. So we have Sabina Knotter-Finney, the Vice President of Global Sales Operation, and Florian Strobl, the product manager of the IGEL licensing portal. So both of them will tell a little bit about their different products after the introduction. So we'll cover the why, who, when, cover some frequently asked questions, and which kind of changes you might expect in the IGEL licensing portal. Before going too far, let's speak about the upcoming events, the real meetups, so to say. We have on the 15th of September the EPOS Leveraging Premium Audio webinar together with the colleagues from EPOS, who will cover deep tips and trips and also some best practices in regarding how to install the product. On October the 6th, we have a life hack with a company which is called Insight, who will give deep insights about how to get a privilege escalation in the Azure cloud. And pretty hot off the press, on September 29th, we have the Digitrade Cobra stick, which is way more than a standard USB stick, but a real encrypted, let's say, UD Pocket with a built-in smart card reader and the ability to decrypt and encrypt your drive, in that case the USB stick, by entering a PIN code. In case you never noted that we have such kind of events, we have a web page where you can register and sign up for future events. And obviously we have a way more. So one thing I want to mention before going to the second topic, we have the so-called Tech Tip Tuesday videos, where we are covering actual use cases and tutorials in, let's say, 8 to 15 minutes. And we are sharing them on the igelcommunity.com website on the video section. You will also find the meetup of today there, as well as other release informations. And then we have so-called TPs, which are called technical partners, where you will get inside of the Slack client the ability to add specific vendors. Why that? We don't want to make some publicity or advertisement, so we don't want to have people sharing new product everywhere. We created for them specific channels where you have to subscribe manually on the topic you would like to follow. So in that example, we just covered the end computing topic, but you have obviously a way more. You have a login VSI, you have liquidware, also printer logic, Twizzleret, and so on and so on. So if you want to join and follow them, I'm happy to see you there. Just a last sum up, that's the resource that we have a disponibility for you. So if you have a specific content you would like to share and to consume, that's where you can look at. Now, without any further information, let's switch over to Sabina, who will share some information about the new licensing model from sales.
Hello, everybody. Let me share my slides and let me give you an overview of our new price book. So we've had quite a few commercial changes with the introduction of OS 11 subscriptions, and we launched a new price book 1st of July 2022. And this presentation should walk you through these changes. So what did we do? Obviously, with the introduction of OS 11 subscription, we had to make some significant changes of how you can all purchase the software. That all resulted in a new price book that was launched 1st of July 2022. The first thing that is part of this price book is the introduction of new SKUs or part numbers for the OS 11 subscription offerings. We also changed to bundled offerings, mostly to simplify the purchasing process. And instead of in the past where you had to purchase 3 different SKUs if you wanted to buy Workspace Edition plus maintenance plus, let's say, our EMP. We now are bundling this into 1 SKU, so that should ease the way how you could purchase our software. And then last but not least, with the introduction of OS 11 subscription, which is a different licensing model, we also introduced the ability for existing OS 11 perpetual customers to migrate to these new OS 11 subscriptions by leveraging a separate OS 11 migration SKU with special pricing. So let me walk you through the overview of what you will see on our new price book. There are still a la carte SKUs for support. So if you're an existing customer who doesn't yet want to migrate to OS 11 subscription, but you would like to upgrade to the next support level, there are standalone support SKUs on our price book. Same is true for services and IGEL hardware products. They haven't changed. They still exist as a la carte SKUs on our price book and can be utilized for existing and new customers. What's new are the OS 11 bundle SKU. So there is one bundle which includes the Workspace Edition perpetual license plus maintenance. It's our OS 11 perpetual SKU. The SKU will be available till the end of 2022. As you know, we are moving to subscription, and OS 12 will be a subscription-only product. So for this year, we still obviously provide our existing customers the ability to purchase perpetual. But starting 2023, we foresee that all new and existing customers will need to purchase and will move to our subscription model, OS 11, and then later OS 12. And then the new part are the OS 11 subscription offerings. There are the normal subscription SKUs with different support levels. So that's for all new and existing customers who need to expand. And then, as I mentioned earlier, we also will offer a set of migration SKUs with different support levels to allow existing customers to migrate their perpetual existing install base to the new subscription model. Here's a list of what these offerings look like. The first one on the top is the perpetual license maintenance bundle for our existing customers. If they are not ready yet to buy subscription, they can still buy that for any type of expansion till the end of this year. And you'll see that that includes Workspace Edition, obviously UMS, and maintenance, but not EMP. The 3 subscription offerings that are new, differentiated through the different support levels. Select for select support, priority for priority support, and plus for the priority plus support. Everything else is included. And I should point out, EMP is now included in all these subscription offerings and does not exist as a standalone SKU anymore. And then we have the 3 subscription migration license offerings. That's for existing customers who have previously purchased a perpetual license, and that will allow them to migrate to the new subscription level, or to the different subscription levels without being charged for the license that they've already bought. And then last but not least, at the very, very bottom of this list, we will still allow existing customers to renew their perpetual licenses. This will also have a timestamp on it. So you will be able to renew till the end of this year for another 3 years. And then in 2023, will allow you to renew another year. After that, you will need to have migrated to a subscription. What will change, or what are the limitations in this new subscription model in terms of capabilities? The key message here is that the endpoints will continue to function even if the customer delays the renewal. So that is a little bit different than in most SaaS subscriptions. We are providing here a hybrid model, I would call it, which allows the endpoint to still functions like it did before with the perpetual license. But I have here on the next slide an overview of what the consequences are when you when the subscription ends or is expired, what will not work anymore. So you will see in the light blue the endpoint or the OS 11 license at the endpoint. So all those capabilities are still functioning. What will not be available anymore are the capabilities that you have access to as part of our maintenance, so any upgrade or updates, as well as anything that is part of our enterprise management pack. And then, of course, depending on the support level you bought, as soon as the subscription expires, you won't have access to support anymore. And the only thing that stays available is the knowledge base. Let me talk a little bit about migration. So this is not a functional or technical migration to another release or capability. This is really a migration of the licensing model from a perpetual license model to a subscription license model. So who can migrate? Anybody who has an active maintenance subscription, that's a prereq for this migration as it is for any other migration. So this will also be the prereq when we have OS 12 and you want to migrate from OS 11 to OS 12. Now, when you migrate to the new OS 11 subscription model, we have implemented what we call a full landscape requirement. So if you decide to migrate to one of the OS 11 subscription offerings, there are 3, right? Based on the support level you choose, Select, Priority, or Plus. All seats that you have must be migrated to that same support level. What does that mean? So if you look into your ILP, into your IGEL license portal, what's meant by all seats are all active maintenance seats that you have in that portal. How does a migration look like? It looks very much like a co-term renewal. So what will happen is that all subscription keys that you have for all these active maintenance, as well as subscription keys for EMP and support, they all will be consolidated into one new entitlement at the subscription support level chosen. So what will happen is that, all your Workspace Edition maintenance seats, EMP seats, as well as any support that you have already purchased, when you migrate, that will all be co-termed into one new entitlement with a new subscription key. What's the benefit? There is a benefit of doing this migration, which is that IGEL will deliver, or we will deliver, the full scope of the migration subscription to all endpoints at the time you order or invoice. We will not be charging you for any running subscriptions that might not have that specific support level that you choose at migration. And it also means that you will have EMP accessible to you for all active maintenance seat without being charged for that time frame. Now, depending on where you are, I tried to summarize here what would be your natural landing path. So on the left, you can see if you are a customer that has Workspace Edition licenses and maintenance, which everybody has, you don't have EMP, but you have the Select support level, you actually have 2 options. You can still renew with this old maintenance renewal SKU, as I said, till the end of this year for 3 years, till the end of next year for another year. Or you can choose to migrate into the Select, most likely migration, Select subscription. If you have EMP, then there is really no path to renew. You will need to migrate to the Select migration as it is graphed out here. And then the same for the other support levels. So, obviously a customer who has already priority for their licenses will naturally migrate into the priority subscription. A customer that has priority plus will naturally migrate into the plus migration. At the point of migration, you can also choose to upgrade your support level. Let's say you are a select customer and you would like to utilize our priority support. You can, at that point in time, migrate and upgrade to priority. And as I said, the benefit of that is that we will not charge you for any existing period where you might not have charged priority, because the new support level will take place or will be effective from the date you have purchased the migration. Now, let me go through a few questions that we hear a lot. There's more questions that we have in a published FAQ, which I will point to at the end of this presentation. But one of the big questions is, what does IGEL OS 11 subscription mean? As I said before, IGEL OS 11 is currently a hybrid subscription model. Why? Because the operating system will continue to function at the endpoint, even if the subscription expires. And when your subscription expires, you will only lose all the capabilities and features that come with Enterprise Management Pack, everything that comes with maintenance, which is IGEL OS updates and upgrades, as well as access to the support that you've chosen. Which license terms are available in the subscription model? On the price list, you'll see that there is a 1 year and a 3-year term option for every single subscription, as well as the perpetual bundle. You need to know, I'm sure you know this, that IGEL requires upfront payment so that you can enjoy the discount that's built into that multi-year 3-year scheme. Few more migration questions. A big one is, I have an existing perpetual license. Can I purchase expansion subscription licenses, or do I need to migrate my complete install base before adding subscription licenses? The answer is no, you don't have to migrate. We are obviously, offering it to you, but we don't want to force existing customers into a migration if they're not ready. So you can absolutely buy expansion subscription licenses and then later decide to migrate. However, when you decide to migrate, you will need to make sure that you migrate everything. And then also when you buy your expansion subscription licenses, they have to be the same support level than your existing licenses already have. Next question, can I migrate only a subset of my licenses and keep the remaining licenses in the old perpetual model? That is not possible based on the full landscape requirements. So once you decide to migrate, you have to migrate all your licenses to that new subscription. And then last one, can I renew my EMP licenses while keeping the legacy model? As I mentioned before, EMP is the one SKU we do not offer as a standalone SKU anymore on our price book. EMP has been incorporated or included in all the subscription offerings. So if you have an existing EMP license at renewal time, you will need to migrate to the appropriate subscription. Having said that, if you're a customer with a running frame contract, of course, we will honor all our contractual commitments. So for those customers, we still have an end-of-life price book, and till your existing contractual commitment ends, you can still buy EMP licenses. Those were just a few questions. There is a much larger list of questions in this IGEL OS 11 subscription FAQ. If you click that link, and I hope this presentation will get to you, will be posted with the recording of this. I would encourage you to read through it. These are a lot of questions that we've heard and answered, and I hope those will be also helpful to you. Thanks for listening, and I hope I was able to give you an overview of the commercial impact of this new subscription license. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you very much, Sabina, for the insights regarding the IGEL OS 11 subscription licensing model. If you have any questions from speaking to the audience and something is unclear, please feel free to ask any kind of questions in the licensing section of your Slack client inside of the IGEL community, or ask your reseller or partner or distributor regarding that request. In our case, we'll now switch over to Florian.
Okay, perfect. Hello, everyone. As Sébastien said, my name is Florian Strobl. I'm the product manager for the UMass and the web application, and also for the ILP. And today I want to tell you something about the new OS 11 subscription model. Therefore, I prepared something. Let me share it. You should now see my presentation. Sébastien, can you approve it? Okay, great. Okay, so as you probably already hear, IGEL introduced the OS 11 subscription model on 1st of July. What does this mean? So until now, we had a licensing model based on our perpetual license, the Workspace Edition, and time-limited licenses, the maintenance and the EMP, for example. All of those were separate products. With the new IGEL OS 11 subscription model, we have a ready-made combination of a perpetual and a time-limited license or licenses. It includes a full feature set of all IGEL features here. So what does this mean in particular? What we did is we bundled the Workspace Edition perpetual license together with the maintenance, which is a term-based license, the EMP, and also with the support. Here you have the already known 3 levels, the select, priority, and priority plus support. And altogether is now the new OS 11 subscription. And this is, we call it hybrid subscription, because as you know, some streaming companies, for example, they have a totally normal subscription model. You can watch movies as long as you're in subscription. When you're out of subscription, you can't watch movies any longer. Of course, this is nothing what we can do for IGEL. So what we have is a hybrid subscription model. That means we have a core system which works also when the subscription is expired. And then we have some features which are deactivated as long as it is not in subscription any longer. So what do you have to do if you want to go into the subscription model? First of all, you need to contact your IGEL renewals or sales representative to initiate this migration to the subscription model. I think here Sabina will give you more information. What I want to tell you here is more the technical insight. So what is the change of the ILP or in the ILP? So what we did is we introduced the bundle subscription key. Until now, you have probably several subscription keys with Workspace Edition, with EMPs. And for each subscription key, you have at least one product pack attached. This is state of the art. With the OS 11 subscription, we put all subscription keys together into one OS 11 subscription key, and they only have one term after the migration. So they have all the same expiration dates. They are all co-termed. What is very important here, we didn't touch the product packs. So this is really important. We didn't touch your structure of product packs. It all works as it is. It's just the subscription key above what changed, which is important for renewals and so on. But for your daily work as an admin to roll out licenses and so on, you still have the Workspace Edition product pack, you have the EMP product pack. What we did, and you can see it here in the on the slide, when you have, for example, here a Workspace Edition subscription key with 10 seats, and you have one EMP subscription key, and you migrate it, then we have one OS 11 subscription key and with 10 seats. And here you have one product pack with Workspace Edition and one product pack with EMP, both with each 10 seats. If you have a Workspace Edition 10-seat subscription key, but less EMP, we will fill the gap during the migration. So what we do, we will add an additional product pack with the remaining EMP seats here. So in the end, you will always have the same amount of Workspace Edition and EMP seats in your subscription key. So this is the general change in the ILP. Here I have some more questions regarding the technical daily work in the ILP. So for example, when your subscription has expired, you will lose the following. The features which come with the EMP pack. This is something you will lose after expiration, of course. So for example, ICG, shared workplace, and so on. Also devices which are not in subscription any longer, they can't get OS updates or upgrades. And of course, the IGEL support is deactivated. Will I still be able to split product packs? Of course, as I said, we didn't touch the product packs itself. So as you already has done it before, you can split the product packs as you want. You can create the product pack structure, what you need for your company. Only the subscription key above the product packs is what is not splittable. So the subscription key is untouched, and below are the product packs, and you can create the structure you want. Can I still move a license from one device to another? Yes, license portability is still available. So this is something we didn't change here in any way. What happens if a license expires while the device is connected via ICG? Can I deploy renewals via ICG? Also, here we didn't change anything. So of course you can deploy renewals here via the ICG. License deployment is something which is not deactivated. Can I pause the subscription for a device that is not in use at the moment? No, this is not possible. But of course, as I just said, license portability, it's possible. So you could use the license for another device in the meantime. These were just a few questions which I got from Sébastien. The full bunch of questions you can find in our FAQ, in our knowledge base. I'm sure Sébastien will share the link here. So this was my short presentation here. I'm sure if you have questions, I think Sébastien, maybe you can say what is the procedure here.
Thank you so much, Sabina and Florian, for giving even more information regarding that topic. I'm pretty sure that we will still get some questions, but if something is showing up, I can just repeat myself. Feel free to ask us in IGELcommunity.com in our Slack community. Or if you have additional questions which are more sales related, I invite you to ask your partner or reseller, or maybe also your distributor in case you are a reseller. I wish you a great day. Thank you both again, and see you soon.